What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're gonna be doing something kind of different. Gonna be working on a different truck tonight. I've got my blue truck Rouse in the garage here. We're gonna be trying to figure out what's wrong with my defroster and trying to figure out what's wrong with my windshield wipers. I tried to drive the truck down to my to the local town we got here to go out and eat in it the other night, and it was raining and it was cold, and had to drive about 8 miles down the road to my grandparents' house with no windshield wipers, no defroster. So that was not a very fun time. So we're gonna try to figure out what's wrong with that tonight. Also, the truck's having a hard time running, and I think it's my brake booster's bad because it's sucking. My brake booster's supposed to be in a couple days, but by the time I get everything else done, the brake booster should be in. And I got a set of valve cover gaskets to put on it. So hopefully we get all of that in this video here. So let's get into it. All right, for everybody who didn't watch my very first video, I'm just gonna go over what this truck is. This right here is my 77 F150. It has got a 460 automatic two-wheel drive truck. Kind of setting it up like a NASCAR style race truck. It's I put an X-pipe on it. I went through the interior in it. Wheels and tires set up on it. I've done a little bit underneath the hood, not a ton. Kind of just cleaned it up a little bit under there. I've painted like the heater box and the heater box door and all that underneath the hood. But I got some secret plans for this truck. Well, there'll be some videos on that in a later video. But it's a motor, a different motor for the truck. But not gonna spoil anything on that. Show you the inside here of the truck. So here's the inside of the truck here. Got door panels there. Inside the truck, it's all kind of been gone through. Except for I didn't go through it like I probably should have, because I got mouse nests in the defroster ducts. So I'm hoping I can suck it out with a shop vac. Back here on the bedsides, I put a couple bedsides in it and a little corner piece there. Didn't do no videoing on that. Wished I would have started videoing whenever I first got this truck, but I didn't know no better. So I'm starting it on the Super Cab truck, so hopefully we'll have all of it on video. But whenever I first got the truck, it's an XLT truck, so it had all the bottom chrome, which I have all the bottom chrome for it. I just don't like it, so I took it off. So, but that's what made the bedsides rust out. It had rust all through here. Took it chrome off, put a patch panel in there, and I've got it all body filled in, sanded down. It needs a little bit more sanding work done on it, but not a ton left to do. So that's the bed sides there. It also had tailgate chrome. I've actually got all the tailgate chrome for it too, but I took it all off because I don't like it either. But the tailgate's in really good shape on the truck. The bed is in super good shape, no rust on the bed floor. This side over here, also, you see there, it only had no gas lid on it. It needs a gas lid because mine's bent. But I put a patch panel in on this side here too. This side, like I said, I got an X-pipe for exhaust. Sounds pretty good. Might have it running in this video, don't know. Inside on the driver's side here, looks pretty nice there. But like I said, it is an XLT truck and it is air conditioned. Kind of cool. It's an air conditioned 460. Don't see very many. And then, like I said, it is a 77 truck. So we're fixing to get the old shop vac out and try to suck up the mouse nest. I don't know if you guys will be able to see there, but there's my defroster vent, and the mouse nest is down inside that thing. So I don't know what all you'll be able to see of that, but we're gonna try to get it out with a shop vac to keep me from having to pull the whole entire vent off from underneath the dash, because I don't want to have to take out my painted dash. So we're fixing to get into that. Alright, so we got the defroster issue fixed. Just like I said, it was just a bunch of mouse nests down on the driver's side. It was only the driver's side that wasn't working. The passenger side would work great. So as you seen there, just took a shop vac and fiddled around with it with my fingers, and then finally got it to come out and sucked it all out. We're fixing to work on the windshield wiper switch. So first thing is for getting your windshield wiper switch out is this bezel here has got to come off. This big plastic piece. You just have a your headlight switch knob and your washer switch knob, and then be a bunch of Phillips screws all through it. And then your radio, if you have a radio in it, it'll have to come out too. So yep, that's it. Sorry for the bad angle. I know this ain't the greatest, but this is the best way I know how to do it. So I wasn't able to show you on my other truck, but on the wiper switch here, your little rod has got a flat spot with a little tab. So I'm gonna try to get it off here. I'm gonna try to show you guys what that looks like. There we go. It's like that there. Hold on just a second. Right here, side of that there, you see you got a flat side there. Well, that'll go on your rod, and you just push down on the top side right there to take it off, and then it slides on your rod there, and the rod will have a flat spot as well. So that's how the wiper switch comes off. I know that ain't the greatest picture quality for that, but yeah, sorry. So we're gonna take a headlight switch out. For the headlight switch, you gotta reach your arm way up on top to push down the button, pull the headlight switch out, and then it's got a bunch of screws, Phillips screws to take out for the bezel. So that's what we're fixing to do there. Okay guys, another thing you want to do if you're taking the headlight switch out is you want to go ahead and unhook your battery cable, because if not, your headlights will stay on and it'll run your battery dead. So make sure you take your cable off. Alright guys, and just like that, 5 screws, a plug-in, a light, and 2 knobs, and your bezel comes off. So now we're going to be working on our windshield wiper switch, which is this one. So we're going to take this ring here off, just going to get a straight screwdriver and tap that around, get it to come off, and then it should push back. We'll get it up here and figure out how it unplugs. The windshield wiper switch that I'm going to be trying to use, I'm going to try to get the one out of the parts truck outside. Don't know if it's good or not. Price a new one, they're like 60. I can get one for like 60 bucks. I figured trying to use that one out there is worth 60 bucks. If it don't work, we'll order a new one up and then we'll be able to put a new one in. I assume that's what is wrong, because the windshield wipers work, but it's like they won't continuously work. They'll like swipe like 2 or 3 times and then they quit working. So I guess that's what's the problem. I don't really know. So we're fixing to get that out. So we'll get to it. Alright, so I got the little ring off the windshield wiper switch. Actually, instead of using the screwdriver, I just use a pair of channel locks, because this is all, you can't see it, so it don't matter about paint. And so we got the switch here out. It's got a plug in here on the back. See the big red piece there? I don't really know how it comes off. I guess I'm sure it just pulls off, but I don't know how exactly it pulls off. And then it's got a little wire here on top. So I'm gonna try to figure that out and get it out, and I'll tell you how it comes out. Alright, so I just went outside and got the windshield wiper switch off the 79 parts truck, and it's not gonna work because it plugs in totally different. The back side of this one looks like that there, and the back side of the new one looks like that there. Totally different. And this has got a ground wire, external ground wire, where this has a ground wire that's made into one of the prongs on the back. So I'm gonna have to order a new switch anyways. So hopefully that'll be in within the next few days. We'll be getting that put in. Next thing on the agenda to the blue truck while we got it inside his valve cover gaskets. I will be right back. Alright everybody, I am back. Sorry about that. I had to set up my light in front of the hood. I had to take it from inside, put it out here. But I want to show you guys these lights. I got this light for $10 from Harbor Freight, and it's LED. It's like 500 to, I think it's either 500 or 1,000 lumens. Little drop cord. It's not battery powered. It is corded, but only complaint I have about it is it just doesn't have a magnet. But for a $10 light, it's super cool. They're just these little flat LED lights. I mean, this is what it does underneath the hood of the blue truck. I mean, it does a super cool and awesome job. I would definitely recommend it. I've had mine for probably about 2 or 3 weeks. He's been using the far out of it. My dad also got one. He's been using the far out of his. And they're doing great. So I would recommend you guys pick one of them up. They're pretty cool. I got mine, like I said, about a couple weeks ago, and I'm loving it. So, but yeah, like I said, the next thing we're fixing to do is valve cover gaskets on this side over here. This side over here, you can see there, it's all real wet down there, been leaking. So I got rubber gaskets to put on it, so that way we're not messing with cork anymore. So fixing to take the breather off the truck, just a wing nut on top of the breather box, takes that off, get that off, take off your crankcase ventilation tube, and that baby comes off. And then we're going to take an air hose and blow out the intake, get all the crud off so nothing goes down in the motor. And then I'm going to number my plug wires. So for those of you guys that don't know, the Ford cylinders on this side, which, so like if you're in the truck, the right side of the motor, goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to number all of my plug wires so we don't get nothing cross wired. And then, like I said, then we'll come back. Alright everybody, so we got the valve cover gaskets off there. to all your bolts on your valve covers, they're all 7/16 for those of you doing it yourself. That way you don't have to try to figure out what size they are. Like I said, well, I'm just going to tell you, just be careful about your carburetor. Make sure you cover it up with something like a rag there. And like I said, blow your intake off, that way nothing gets down inside the motor or inside your heads there. So now I've got my valve covers off in a floor here. I'm going to take them to work with me tomorrow. Get them cleaned up. Probably going to scrape them off here at the house tonight. But I'm going to take them to work with me tomorrow. Get them all cleaned up, degrease them, sand them, paint them back blue. So that way they look good, nice, going back on. And then I got to run out there and get my new set of valve cover gaskets. We'll be putting them on tomorrow night. It is about time to go in for tonight. So that's really it for today. I looked up the wiper switch, and I won't be able to get one of them until next week. So we're just gonna put it in there off camera later on, so that way I can finish up this video. But it's pretty simple, just everything goes back together, just have it come apart like everything else. But yeah, so that's probably it for tonight. Yeah, that's probably it for tonight. I'm gonna clean up these valve covers, clean up the heads. Just gonna take a scraper to them, just cleaning it all up, making sure nothing real big gets down inside the head, so that way we can keep our engine bearings. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night tonight, and I will come back to you guys tomorrow after I got it all cleaned up. All right, everybody, I am back, and it's 2 nights later because the valve covers, I took them to work and I didn't get them done because I was just so busy. But they're done now, kinda. They don't look very good, but like from here, they look decent, but you get up close, they don't look very good at all. The paint I had, I guess, was just cheap paint. Just didn't stick very good. It's got terrible orange peel in it, but it's okay because that motor and the valve covers aren't permanent, so I'm not real worried about it. So we're fixing to get the valve covers back on, and I've got the brake booster coming in finally. So I'm gonna open it up, get it out, make sure it's all right, and then we're gonna be putting it on tonight. Windshield wiper switch still ain't showed up, so we're just gonna do it later on. Not gonna worry about it right now. And my LMC stuff come in for the Super Cab truck today, so I'm super excited about that. Should be getting a video up on that probably next week. Hopefully we make progress on it, because right now I ain't felt like much progress. Felt like I just tore it down and then just been waiting on parts and waiting on parts. So, but everything come in today, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So like I said, we're fixing to put the valve covers back on under here. I don't remember if I showed it or not. The heads look super good down inside, each side there. They look super good. So yeah, the valve cover gaskets I got are just they're Felpro rubber. So I didn't want to fool with cork again. So I got rubber valve cover gaskets. It's better. Some people don't say they don't seal it good, but I like them better because they're not near the cleanup. So we're fixing to get to that. So we will get started. All right. So when you're putting your valve cover gaskets in here, they got these little tabs here, and they just go through these little holes here in the valve cover there. And I was having trouble getting mine in because they were too big. So I went and asked my dad, who's a mechanic, and he said that sometimes that they made these gaskets that were universal gaskets, so that way they fit a bunch of different valve covers. And if you'll just take and just barely slit each side with a razor blade, they'll go in a lot better. So that's what I'm doing here. So like I said, if you just barely slit each side evenly of this, it will just push right in. So I'm gonna finish up this valve cover gasket, then I'm gonna do this valve cover gasket, and then we'll be putting them back on the truck. one to go. Alright, so we got the valve covers there on. Show you guys. Right there, right there. Just went over all the bolts there. Got them all tight. They're finished up. So now we're fixing to start on our brake booster there. First thing we're gonna do is pull the master cylinder off. So we're gonna pull the 4 bolts out of it. They go through the firewall. We're gonna take it down, get the pin out, take the booster off, and we'll be putting the new booster on. So we're fixing to get to it. Alright everybody, so I've been trying to get the pin that goes through the back of the booster out. You can see there, the pin there that goes through all that there. Can't get it out, been hitting it with a hammer, trying to pull it right. I made a little puller type press deal, didn't work, tore my C-clamp up. So I'm gonna try to heat it. I don't know if it'll work, but we're gonna try, because right now, pretty desperate for anything that'll work. So we're gonna try to heat it and see if it'll come out then. Alright everybody, I finally got the brake booster off right there. The little pin thing, I don't know what he did with it, but it's gone now. It wouldn't come out. Tried heating it, wouldn't come out. Beat on it. I've been working on that little pin for about 3 hours. So yeah, pretty wore out for tonight. Fixing to call it a night since it's already 10:30. But we'll be putting a new booster on tomorrow night. So we finally got it off. Like I said, the valve covers are all done. Like you can see there. Booster off. Here's the old booster right there. So yeah, gonna go in for tonight, but I will catch you guys back tomorrow. Alright, so it's the next day again. Fixing to put the new booster in. Like I said, I finally got the pin out last night. I ruined that old pin. So I've got a pin I got here out of my super cab truck. So we're just going to use it until I can get another one for the other truck. But I got my new booster over here. Right there. We're fixing to get it on there. And today, my windshield wiper switch come in. So we're also going to be able to put this back in. I didn't think it was supposed to be until next week, but it come in today. So we'll be getting it back in today too. So with that being said, fixing to put the new booster on. So right here's our new windshield wiper switch here. It's just a big plug in there in the back. The knob just goes on it right there. You got a ground wire here that attaches to the steering column on mine. I didn't want to pull all the gauges out, so I'm just going to cut this off, put a butt connector on it. Just keep it like that. Then this here just sticks through the dash. Screw your little nut here on like that there. And then that'll be good. So I don't really have a very good filming setup to show you all this, but like I said, just right here is where the thing sticks through. Then you got your plug in back here, the big red plug in, and then right here's my ground wire, the butt connector there. So I'm gonna get that in there and I'll be back. Here you guys, so we got the new windshield wiper switch in there, and well, the windshield wipers do work. I just turned them on, so they do work. So fixing to put the bezel back in the dash there. So yeah, we'll get to that. And then we're gonna start the truck up, make sure we ain't got no valve cover leaks, and then that'll wrap it up for today. Alright, so that's got our interior all put back together. The windshield wiper switch here, show you. The key on, and there we go. So it's got my windshield wipers fixed. So now we're fixing to start the truck up and check for leaks on the valve covers. So that's got the truck running. I'll set you down here on the ground, let you listen to what the truck sounds like, because I told you I would earlier in the video. But that's got us leak free, brakes fixed, windshield wipers fixed, and defroster fixed. That's a ton of stuff fixed for one vehicle, or for one video I made on one vehicle. So I am super happy. We'll set you down, let you listen to what the truck sounds like. Alright, so I know the big block sound ain't for everybody, but I think it sounds pretty good for being a big block, not a small block. But yeah, so like I said, that's got everything wrapped up for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and if you would, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out and lets me see that you guys enjoy watching what I put out. And if you guys have any comments or anything that you want to add about the truck, that what you think I should do or anything like that, please put that in the comments. I'll try to respond to everybody's comments. But that's it for today. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one.